Ebro in the morning. Laura Styles, Rosenberg, Hot 97, Kid Ink, friend of the show is back.
Yeah.
Now you always come by every time you drop a new single.
Always.
And you running the play right now.
Right.
Back with Chris
Running
Brown,
routes.
your twin.
Yeah.
It's called Hotel, but
Not me and Rosen.
It bothers him. Does it
Nah.
bother you that we always tease you that Chris Brown
We
is
out
like
here.
your twin?
We out here.
Does
Does
it
it
bother
bother
you?
me? Nah, not anymore. It used to bother me like in 08.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what should bother you. Have you seen this new show, Empire?
No.
The
I've
rap
heard about
kid,
it.
the kid rapping on there is
Yeah.
like a mix between you, Lil Twist, and someone else.
Ink Twist.
Sounds a little like
His name is Lil Kid Brown.
Little Kid Brown.
Yeah.
Little Kid Twisty Brown.
I haven't seen the show. I heard some snippets of the songs on iTunes because I was
songs
curious.
is
Me too. I did the same thing. I didn't watch the show, but I was like, let me hear these songs.
What'd you guys feel about the songs on Empire? Real talk.
They were passable. Passable.
For a TV show song.
Yes.
Right.
That's what I thought.
They weren't as bad as I thought they would be.
Yeah, they're not terrible. Like from just listening, it doesn't hurt my ears. Like,
And now I'll say this. I think, in my personal opinion, I always compare Empire to Nashville. I don't know country, obviously, as well as I know hip-hop. But I found that the Nashville song sounded literally exactly like country radio.
Now-
Like they took old country writers and they just wrote straight hits.
Now, what I've heard from people who love country music, because I thought
Is that it's trash?
is that they were like,
Right, probably the same way I
Same
feel
way.
about.
and I think it's similar
Right.
to the way we feel about the hip hop records.
but the Empire is selling on iTunes.
It is.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was just talking about that earlier because I think they dropping new songs every episode or something.
Something like that.
See, but
yeah.
I can't. Here's why I
It was
can't.
like 2 albums on iTunes already. I don't even know.
This is
what
why I
that
can't do it. This is why I can't. Yeah, they do it like it's an album a week.
Right.
This is why I can't do it, because Nashville was passable for me because it's ridiculous, it's over the top,
And it's not your culture. You're not in that world.
but I'm not in that world. So I just focus on Connie Britton, the lady from Friday Night Lights. I like her, and even though I know because they have radio DJs in it, they have label reps in it, they have all the pieces I know. And it's ridiculous and over the top, but I'm like, well, maybe it's like that in
But
country.
have you even
But
given
in hip hop,
Empire a
no.
chance? Have you even watched one episode?
Yeah, I'm
I
scared.
saw 10 seconds of it, and I was like,
Okay,
that's not
so
my
you
life.
can't even talk because you
scared.
haven't even seen the whole episode.
All right, perfect. Okay, perfect.
You like
How
the show?
realistic is it, Laura? Does it feel just like our life when you watch it? Does it feel like the record business?
No, it's like a novela. Like it's not.
But that's why it'd be hard for me to watch it because I bet it's
there's
so
aspects.
fake.
There's aspects to some of the negotiations.
Yes.
And things that happen on Empire.
It's just a
And
little
shout out to Lee
exaggerated.
Daniels and our girl Taraji and everybody
Terrence
involved.
Howard.
Yo, listen, there's people in there that we know, and I think they're getting great ratings, and they already got renewed for another season. So I'm gonna big it up.
Yep.
And you know me. As soon as someone's like, yo, the hip hop, I'm like, yo, fam.
What about Carmen the Hip Opera?
Yo, I hated that. Yo, I hated that. I hated that.
I ain't
I
kidding
hate
to
all
the
that,
show
but that's because we live in it. People who aren't in it, they don't.
I think there was a secret. Kidding, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think there was a secret thing that happened where all the black radio hosts in the country got given a check by Empire to talk about it, and they just passed me over, even though I was hot. They didn't send me the check because when that show came on, Twitter was like, Empire is on, and I was like, yo, why are we all required to promote this? I love Taraji.
That's the only reason I
Someone's
went
got to
in.
write a
Me too.
Chizak.
That's the only reason I went in on it.
Yeah.
It's because Taraji, and I love her so much. I want to see her do well, and it's
Yeah.
entertaining and funny. I want to see, and
It's not a
good ratings.
comedy.
Oh,
I'm scared. That's right. I'm scared to watch it. I think I'm gonna laugh a lot.
What do you watch, Kid?
Don't be scared to laugh.
Right.
What do you
Kidding's
watch?
TV shows.
I watch everything, but I probably watch stuff y'all don't think I watch. I
Like
watch
what?
I like horror and scary stuff, so I watch like Walking Dead,
Ooh,
American Horror
okay.
Story.
American Horror Story. Are you into the season of American Horror Story?
Yeah, I've watched every season. I'm watching it right now.
Are you caught up with
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
I'm like 2 episodes back on this season.
I know,
This
I'm
season's
caught
dope.
up. Yeah, this season's pretty cool, man. I like how they switch it up.
Jessica Lange gets nominated for a Golden Globe every year. That's how good she is. She plays a different character, nominated again.
I'm scared.
I
I'm
forget
scared
about
all
the
of-
character every time.
I'm
so.
scared to watch some shows. I don't watch.
You're
watched
scared to
that.
watch
Scared.
it?
Walking Dead, bro.
I don't like
Fake
zombies.
zombies. That's good.
I think Walking Dead's getting hard to watch.
Sons of Anarchy.
I'll be honest. Sons. Oof. Let's talk about Sons.
Yeah.
Wait, time out. D? What?
What?
So here's the thing. He got a crush on the little dude.
Jax.
Jax Teller?
So
Yeah.
as soon as you brought up Sons of Anarchy, why are you touching another man?
Yeah, but why'd you go
my
like
G?
this?
That's my show. I just
Listen.
finished it.
Kidding.
It's
You
I
know-
just
just
finished it.
finished it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
my
Do
show.
you know that he made Jax his bae for a day? A
Bae for a
photo,
day?
put him up on Instagram,
That's the-
bae for a day. How do you feel about that?
Man, I think Jax Teller's a pretty cool guy.
See?
but,
Same
I
thing.
I would,
Same
he's not my bae.
difference.
He's not
Would
my
you make
bae.
him a bae for a day?
Did you have a slight man crush on him a little bit? You can't admit it? would you like to be somewhat like Jax Teller? Like if you had a character you could be like, would you be like maybe like Jax Teller?
I feel like these questions are just leading.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to bring you over to my side.
I just can't. Because he has a pink shirt on while he's talking to me too. It's like, I'm trying not to.
You heard about my LL
like,
freestyle?
I was just gonna say, do you know about the history of this guy?
Nah.
Before he made Jax Teller his man crush. You never seen his LL Cool J freestyle?
Was
A lot of these
LL Cool
rappers
J the bae for the day?
No.
Oh.
They had beef.
Oh.
LL called Rosenberg a meatball. Rosenberg decided he wanted to strike back with
That's right.
bars.
I had to. Only
bars.
way to go.
What's a quotable, Rosenberg, from your bars? Go ahead.
Something LL like bees to honey. Don't fuck with me, kid. I'll take your money. I'll take your bitch. It ain't even funny. Don't try fucking with the kid, Dunny. That's it.
No, what? You're missing
You asked
some
for
of
one
the
line.
main
You asked for a
points.
bar. That was a bar.
Okay, give us another one.
What about when you wanted to rub on your man breasts or something like
Then
that?
I'd like to rub up. It's so easy to fuck with you. A matter of fact, I kind of like you.
What about the Doing It video?
Wait, this was in the freestyle?
This is all part of the
Yes.
freestyle.
Kid Ink's here, by the way. Go ahead with your what'd you do to the Doing It video?
I used to masturbate to the Doing It video. But that wasn't about LL. That's about the girl in the video. What are you talking about?
I can't. All right, enough. He's getting uncomfortable.
Yo,
Kid
these
Ink is getting uncomfortable.
I don't like you judging my bars.
And what did you do when you took LL home?
I don't remember.
Oh, this sounds like a descriptive freestyle.
I mean,
I don't remember that part of
it was very
was
detailed.
this acapella or was it a
Oh,
beat
no, we
to
had
it?
beats. We had
Okay,
beats to
beats.
Listen, man. These raps, people, not everyone's progressive enough for these raps.
Who produced that record? That's what it.
Well, I produced it myself because it was just a freestyle. And other
We
people
was just throwing on just old
regular-
LL Cool.
Cannabis.
Okay.
I jumped on
Oh,
Cannabis
LL.
second round knockout.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
took it that
Cannabis.
far.
Because Cannabis went to LL, and then I was like, let me pick up where Cannabis left off. You know what
They
I'm saying?
friends now.
Kind
right?
of.
At Jace.
We never talked about that really. You watched the clip of them bringing them out?
I just
LL
heard
Cool
about
J
it.
brings Cannabis out at our Christmas in Brooklyn show. They perform
Oh, They took
the
it that
record
far.
together.
I ain't even.
Which
know.
was crazy.
Crazy. And then as LL thanked Cannabis, and they hug, yo, my man, boom, LL says,
Well, there's one other part I have to add before that. Cannabis, when he did his rhymes, the parts that were really nasty about LL, he changed the words a little bit to make it not so mean. LL kept his words the exact same. And at the parts where he was going the hardest at Cannabis, he had him like this on stage while
they
he's
did
dissing it.
the Space Jam record.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3,
Yeah,
2, 1.
that's the Space
And
Jam.
then, no, that's Hit 'em High. But
Was it?
yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1's from LL's out. Come on, you know not to fuck with the kid, Dunny. But then at the end, when Cannabis is walking off stage, he's like, "Yo, thank you, Cannabis. Your career could start again now."
I swear to me and Rosenberg, like they just like.
we was all standing by stage. He was like,
How you gonna say you could?
how you just show? And then why did you?
Right, that's that love and punches thing I was talking about.
That
People
how
be
your
showing love
career
and throwing
could-
punches. at the same
Wait, what do you
That's
mean,
hip-hop.
Kid? What do you mean, love and throwing punches?
Oh no, we was just talking about how like if you read like I was just reading a text from somebody, but like,
Comments on the gram, YouTube,
right, but,
whatever.
Yeah, when people will like show you love, but then throw that one little
little
punch
gem.
in there, but you just if you don't pay attention to the fans, or just other people might not see it, but you're like, all right, I got that little punch. I get.
That's all the time.
But it's just it's
I have to
crazy
say
how
when people
do that.
when people tell me the phrase "You're my favorite Jew," I'm like, well, first of all, there've been a lot of other good Jews who are way better than me. Second of all, do you even like it? Does that just mean you hate all Jews except me? Because that's kind of
Right.
shade.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know some cooler Jews. Man.
Exactly. If you have any money whatsoever, I should not be your favorite Jew. You should have a lawyer. You should have an accountant. You should have a manager. You should have an agent.
Hey, Kid Ink has a new tattoo on his head. You saw that?
Can we see it? Is it look nuts?
little bit.
Or is it some cool shit?
Oh my!
Press play? Is that what that is?
It's definitely the.
Is that a shout out to Diddy's
Can I
last
see? Can I
album?
I was a big fan. I was a big fan
I
as
thought
well.
about that. I bought that album, but you know what? Nah, when I first originally
Hold on, you
got
bought
it,
Press Play?
I did. I was.
I always wanted to meet the guy who bought Press Play.
The guy.
I'm kidding.
Yo.
I'm kidding, Puff. I like the song with Jay on that album. Okay.
You know, I support, man. Nah, so from there, I think, I thought about just this idea, and I was gonna get the play and the stop, and I mean the pause and the stop or whatever, and I was just thinking about it like that, you know what I'm saying, it'd be cool if I just get the press play. Like the whole idea came from the press play, and you know what I'm saying, it separates from the pause, no stop, no fast forward, no rewind. It's just in that moment, you know what I'm saying, kind of idea to
You was high.
make it deep.
He was high.
You was high.
I was a little. You gotta be high to get a head tattoo.
How many you got on your head now? Let's be real.
He's running out of
4. I think I'm like, because I just got this. The other side is done though.
Wait, do you have one on the palm of your hand?
I do. I had 2, but one disappeared.
Palm
they
of your
don't last
hand.
that long. You can't
Ebro.
dig in your
Yeah,
pockets.
these rub off.
You running, my man.
This is years in.
Let's have a talk. Is it intervention time? Let's have a talk.
Well, first, I want to establish the amount of weed that this person consumes. Kidding. He has weed on his person right now.
He smells luxurious.
Smells amazing. How much weed do you consume a day?
An
ounce?
At least. When there's a lot of other people around, you know what I'm saying? When it's more community.
No,
smoke,
just
but
you.
Just me personally.
Your day by yourself.
A day by myself with the quality that I smoke, probably a little bit more than a 1/4 ounce.
Okay.
Out of town with other people smoke, their quality probably 1/2 ounce. Because it just depends.
The California,
Like,
you got
it's
the
like
California.
the California is so strong. It's
Now,
like I be
do you
sleep by the time.
prefer rolling weed or edibles or some sort of other?
I saw Swishers, rolling Swishers. I think I naturally as a stoner, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm down to because you can't get Swishers everywhere across the world, which is pretty crazy. But it's like, you know, I'll last, you know what I'm saying, worst come to worst, you know, I roll some papers. I don't like how they smoke. I hate how they smoke. A bong is kind of like a lot sometimes.
It can get you high.
Yeah, it's
Right.
too far.
Oh,
too
with your
fast.
weed, I'm guessing that would
Right.
make you way too
Right,
high.
exactly. And then I don't like the coughing process and all that. So from there, you know, the
A
Swisher, I
good
think,
clean
is-
bong rip though, like
It
ice
works.
cubes in a bong, nice
Yeah.
and clean, cold.
That's
That
it.
that's woo.
But
That's
the-
a
but-
good-
At that point now, when I'm thinking about taking a bong rip, it's just might as well take a dab rip. You know, just go straight.
Yeah, but
half.
then that's
What's a
even
dab? What's a dab?
Turn 16 again.
Excuse me, what's a dab?
A dab is basically
The first time you ever.
Dab, it turns weed to
Ever.
crack.
yeah, it's like basically freebasing weed. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's what it
it
feels
is.
like.
It's like the commercial when the girls like melted and stuck on the couch. That's that feeling.
Oh,
Like they
okay.
should make that
I don't
commercial
even.
about
I don't.
dabs.
That's just too far. I ain't doing all
You
that.
remember in Harold and Kumar when they're sitting there high watching TV and they see the commercial and it's like an anti-weed commercial and the
Yeah.
kid picks up the gun and he's like, "I'm just so high right now," and shoots his head off. That's what the dab
Yeah,
will
that's
have
what
you
the dab,
doing.
right. A
You're just like,
dab.
"Yo, I'm high. You want to kill me, bro?" Like
Nah.
that shit has you lunchbox.
Yo, I'm not. I'm
Yeah, I
not
don't
Bill.
dab and drive.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No,
Nah,
you cannot
dead
do that.
serious.
That's not a
I
game.
hate
So,
curves.
Sounds
how many
insane.
times? So you've tried to dab and drive.
Yeah, I dab, right. That when I first started dabbing, like I only dab once a month now, just because I know like
Cooking
nothing
your
gets
brain.
done.
You're
right.
cooking
it's,
yourself.
It's not good for you, man. But I know people addicted to that over smoking. Like they.
Oh, yeah.
dab
Do you
all
think
day.
dabbing is more addictive than just regular smoking?
People tell me that. People tell me that it's more addictive, but it's more dangerous because it's, you know, not natural. It's the butane and
It's-
all that.
man,
extra
I'm
stuff
telling you,
processing
man,
it
it's
they
free
say
base,
kill you,
man.
Yo, Ebro always says.
This sounds nuts.
Ebro always says, "Why do you need to be that high?" Which is so true. Like, what are you doing that you need to be that?
That's what I'm saying. It's once a month. It's like I have to be at home, like, and I'm just not doing nothing.
It's almost like the high from as high as you get from a bad edible experience, but in 1 second.
I never had that, but I hear about that.
Do you
never
do
had a-
edibles?
Yeah, but
It doesn't hit
people
you like that.
scare me when they tell me. Yeah, I don't like to have that feeling. Like
So you
that
take a little bit.
paranoia
You
and
just
all
go a
that.
little bit.
Yeah, well, like I just don't really take edibles.
So
no
you're
more,
not into
right?
edibles at all?
Yeah, not no more.
Me
I
and
just
Rosenberg had a
my
bad
basic.
experience.
That's
Sure
what
did,
everybody
boy.
always tells me about the.
You
bad
guys have had
experience, and I'm kinda
several
waiting
bad
for it.
experiences.
Almost every time. I was bad on New Year's even. It was
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I mean. Every time we do edibles, right? This guy, and you know me, I take a little piece. I'm gonna wait my
Yeah.
30 minutes to see where we at, cause I don't know who made what.
Right.
You're right.
So I'm
you
gonna
got
take my
a
little piece,
piece.
and I'm gonna wait my 30, and then see where I'm at, and then maybe go a little extra, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks, Laura Styles, it looks so good.
Right.
This tastes great. Next minute, she's
Too
paranoid, standing against the
I was
wall,
like,
shivering.
how much do I take this much? So I took a big chunk like that, and I was like, it's
It's
delicious.
amazing.
And
No,
then
it
I
tastes
tell
amazing.
Rosenberg, do the same, and he eats like half the bar.
Cause you guys are fucking tweakers, man. Let's keep it 100.
You gotta watch out though. I heard some of those people be sneaking Xanax and
Extras,
those
extras.
chocolate bars.
Please don't do that with me.
That's why I need to be passed out. I don't.
So Kid Ink prefers the Swisher Sweets. Have you ever rolled with anything other than the Swisher Sweet? Because I went through a Philly Blunt phase. I was a Garcia Vega. I went through that phase.
Everyone around me is doing Backwoods right now.
Backwoods is, I went through that phase. It's too harsh, man.
It's
too harsh.
I feel like I'm smoking a cigarette. I feel like Dutches and stuff, they're cool, but
Dutch's White Owl's harsh too.
Yeah, it's all harsh, and they usually come like the papers are too big. You got to roll way more. It's extensive for no reason. But I don't know. Swishers are simple, man. I just never have trouble like with rolling the Swisher.
But you rolling you're rolling a regular Swisher, not a cigarillo.
Nah, the cigarillo Swishers, they're just the regular ones that come in the 5-pack.
Oh, okay.
All
So
kind
you
of
rolling
flavors.
the low,
yeah.
you roll.
Well, I'm sponsored by them now at this point, so
Really?
they just send me boxes and boxes
amazing.
and boxes of them. So at this point, it's like, man,
That's
might as
tight.
well. It's like
Could you take care of us?
win on that. Right?
Can you get some
Swishers? I might have. Yeah, I can figure it out.
I mean, you have boxes
you
and
guys
boxes,
smoke
man. I mean,
boxes and boxes, but I go through them in a week.
Well, just tell the Swisher people to hit us off. We just need a little box.
you like
a
you're a
month.
Swisher guy?
I mean, I'm fine with them. They cool.
He needs his own G pen too, right?
Kidding, G-Pen. Have you talked to G-Pen?
A little bit.
But that
We
hasn't
got
come
some-
together yet.
Yeah, I'm not. Gonna spill any ideas people might take.
Out here. He's out here. He's out here.
So you
I
should
got
do
some
that.
ideas, man.
You should open your own tattoo studio.
I should.
Yeah, why
I might.
not?
Thinking about
You know
it.
Black Ink?
Thinking about it. Yeah,
Kid
I went
Ink.
over there.
Yeah, no, well,
Kid Ink, the studio.
We need that.
But
What
see, that's
else?
the thing. If I do a tattoo shop, I want it to be more than just a tattoo shop.
Of course.
I got to throw some cool in there.
Yes, you'll make it a hangout spot. Sell some.
I get a liquor license.
Get a liquor license. Get a,
Drunk and then get a tattoo
Ah,
right
that's
after.
never a
how
good
you-
idea.
that's
Never a
good business. Well, that's
It's
good business.
business for me. It's not a good idea, but it's all right.
Does Kid Ink ever get tired of being the, you went from mixtapes and working internet and underground, and now you're like the quintessential like radio hit dude when it comes to like you've had what 3-4 in a row, right? At this point, am I doing
talking
the
about
numbers right?
Well, a little bit.
Something like that. Now you got Chris Brown, y'all running the play again with this new record,
Running routes.
Hotel. Does Kid Ink go, you know what? Fuck all this. I'm gonna just go back to talking about weed and go back, you know what I mean, and get on these smokers club tours and all of that.
I think as far as just musically, I think it usually leans towards that, like near the middle of the album process and stuff.
Right.
Because of course in the beginning, the whole thing is like, all right, I'm gonna try to come up with some singles, get the label excited, get the people around me excited. Then it's like, all right, we putting together an album. You can't just start an album with the album records. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to have something to get everyone excited. So once I get those records out, then near the end of the album, I try to do more of just, regular, just kidding, vibing out and having fun in the studio, not focusing on the radio or nothing like that. Only problem is by that time, I usually made 10, 15 records that the label's like, your album's done and it's these 10, 15. I'm like, nah, we still got, weeks. I'm about to go back in. You guys can hold these, save them, send them to somebody else and then, but I'm going to use these 4 that sound good and then we going to do whatever I want to do for the rest of the project just like that. But yeah, I have my moments where I just want to, sit back and just freestyle about just, whatever is going on. Just regular day stuff because, with the singles and stuff, of course, you're writing and you're trying to still focus on how you can speak to everybody. But, sometimes you just want to talk about just the regular stuff you going through that probably ain't nobody else going through too.
Kid Ink, man. How much does it cost to get Kid Ink to write a song?
You looking to buy?
See, the thing is, what I've learned about this game these days is it's just like it's installments. I used to think back in the day, oh, I just pay for this and I got it and it's done. I got this record, I got the feature, I can do whatever I want with it. It's like, nah, you kind of learn, you pay for the person to come to the studio and do the record. And then you're like, all right, I got this song. And it's like, nah, you got to clear the song now. So now you got to pay them again to clear the song. And it's like, all right, now I'm about to put it on the radio. Nah, you got to clear us for the single to put it on the radio too. And it's like, you cost 20 at first and now you cost 75 because now I got to pay you. And then let them have somebody that's a bigger, artist or label over them. You got to give them they cut and this and it's just like, all right, man. So I could tell you 50, but it might end up being something different by the end of the, depending on what you want to do with the song afterwards.
Got it.
It just depends on.
So it's a menu of items.
Right, exactly. It's what I'm saying.
So when they come see Kid Ink for a song, it's a la carte. You got to pay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, I gave you half the verse. You want to hear the end of it? You better pay a little more, man.
Yeah, you get it like that sometimes.
Any
too.
records out there other than your own that you wrote that we would know? Because I don't think people they see you as this guy who makes hits on the radio, or they know your fan base, your fans know you from before. I don't think people really know that you work on other people's shit as well, or songs that you don't want no more. They keep the hooks, and give them to other people.
I think I have more stuff in the works. It's hard to think off top of who, you know what I'm saying.
Nah, he just don't want to know because you don't want to tell and get that.
Exactly.
Because you know that's the other part of the game where, like, you know, other people who didn't write their hook, they don't want to tell on themselves. They want you to go into the credits and have to figure it out, so they don't want to tell on themselves.
True. I like doing that when I go through the credits and be like, ooh, I bet nobody knew that this person wrote this. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of stuff in the works. I think with me, you know what I'm saying, it's just I'll have stuff done and it's on people's projects that it ain't coming out no times right. It's just like I don't even know if that's on there or whatever. So I think I'm just more now so getting into my writing situation with other people because people are just now finding out that I was writing all my own records. Like anything with a feature on it, 99% of chance I wrote the hook and sent it to them like that done so they would get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Because you write your own shit.
Right. I try to as much as possible. I'm not going to say that I get in the studio now and don't. I like collaborating with people. Like me and my bro Verse Simmons get in the studio and do records together all the time.
Verse good dude.
Verse, he helped me write on the Hotel record with Chris Brown. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going in and it's like I got to have it how I want to have it. If somebody has an idea, if I'm in the booth and you yell me something, I'm like, if it works, it works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take your pub and that's it. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day for me, as long as the records is hot.
Does Kid Ink like women with tattoos?
I love women with tattoos. My girlfriend is completely blasted.
She's super
I'm
tatted
not going to blame
out.
it on me, but my whole family.
That was your
is
girlfriend
blasted.
in here a second ago?
Yeah. The one with
She doesn't do
got long
cameras and all
sleeves
that.
on.
Yeah, she leaves.
Yeah.
She leaves. Last time she didn't come with you, and I noticed when we was talking about y'all relationship, in the last interview that we had with you, this time she made sure she showed up.
She's always here. She's usually at
last time
the
she didn't show
hotel.
up, right?
Nah, it's because y'all up in the morning. This is like, we from L.A.
I understand, but last time we was talking about relationships, we was talking about whether or not y'all was getting married. We talked about the new house that y'all just moved into together.
Yeah.
Now she's here.
Now she's here.
Making sure everything
That's not by accident. That's not a coinky dink.
Coinky dink.
No, I wasn't generally into chicks with tattoos, but that porn star, Christy Mack, she's pretty hot.
Mack.
She's dope.
You know Christy Mack.
I don't know her personally.
She's
I know
famous.
of Christy Mack.
She had that terrible thing happen to her recently.
Well, the thing
she was
is,
attacked.
I didn't know she was
that was
famous.
horrible.
Yeah, it was a horrible thing. Well, actually, that's funny. It's that's how I came to really looking her up because I was reading about the news story and I was like, this is so horrible that what happened to this girl.
Yeah.
So I started reading about it, and then of course a little time passed and another story came up. She was recovering. I was like, you know what?
How's she doing?
Let me go look up. I think she's almost all the way better. I think she's doing quite well.
Yeah.
I've tried to reach out to her. She's not responding. I tried to check in. Well, I just wanted to check in with her and make sure she's good. I just want to make sure she's good. So I was like, Christy, hey, what's up?
Rosenberg always likes to up his jerk material. You know what I'm saying? Like he won't just watch the free movie online. He want to make a personal contact.
I'm good at that.
So he can DM and jerk at the same time. He's
It's
a nasty
nice.
motherfucker.
It's not really that nasty. I think it's normal. So you have to know who you're jerking off to as friends. And that way I feel better about it.
It's a personal
Anyways, Christy
relationship.
Mack, I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah, man.
DM
and
and
your work.
jerk at
You're
the
my
same
only
time.
you're my only tattoo chick. She's my only tattoo one. Imaginary.
You're
All right,
so gross.
so with that, your girl body completely done. Is there placements that you don't like? Like if a girl has a tattoo, because there's shit I don't like. Like I don't like across the bottom of the back. I've never liked that. The tramp stamp, I don't like that. Shit looks
All
like
the way
shit.
across like
I don't
that.
like across your stomach and all. They be putting vines to cover up the C-section scars and stretch marks and all. I hate that shit.
Yeah, but if she has like a piece that happens to go all the way down
I don't
there,
want to
then-
offend. I don't want to offend anyone. So if your girl has this, don't worry about it. It's not my thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Here's what I hate. And people who I know and love have this, and I'm sorry. Okay. I hate when the tattoos are like crawling out of their underwear line. I hate that shit. I just, you know, like you don't see anything and you just see the little like coming out of it. I'm
And
just like,
I hate,
no.
I hate when a big man has like a tiny little tattoo.
Real.
Oh yeah.
Why? Why are you getting that punk ass tattoo? Why would you even get a tattoo in the first place? It really makes me
hurt.
mad. What is this little in the middle of your arm? You
So
don't need that.
any tat placements or tat styles that Kid Ink hates on a woman?
Depending, it just like I'm not into like
Titty tattoos.
Titty tats.
Don't
Right.
fuck up something
All right.
beautiful.
Yeah,
God did this for you and me.
I think-
Why are you messing it up?
You know, I think sometimes
It's like
people
slapping
mess
God in the
them
face.
up.
Yo, will you
Right.
let the
Sorry,
man
sorry.
fucking speak?
Sorry.
Is he feels the same way? Nah, I think that and I think like dead on middle of the chest, but like not even anything else, just something right in the middle of your chest, like right in the bone, like even if it's up here in the collarbone. Like I don't like that too much. Sometimes I feel like women can mess their feet up if they get the wrong tattoo. I guess it just depends. I don't think you should get any little tattoos on your feet because it just from over here
It looks like there's some shit on your foot.
yeah, it doesn't look like a tattoo from like 6 feet away. So it's like, for me, I feel like if you're gonna be a female and get something on your foot, it has to be thin and, you know what I'm saying, a bigger piece. But I think besides that, I don't like paws. Like
The paw print on the thigh. Now they would listen. Young man.
You coming for Eve?
Listen,
Damn.
time out. No, Eve had the paw prints on the titties. It was the girl on
That's
the,
double bad.
The girl on the, in total. Forgot her name.
Pam.
Keisha.
Damn.
One of them.
It was, yeah.
Listen, there was a time, young man, when them paw prints on that thigh, it's different.
Scotching?
Different.
There was a time in the 90s where
ooh.
everyone unanimously decided that the paw prints on that girl's leg was the standard.
I don't remember this conversation.
You weren't.
I was
You
around.
guys were babies. Y'all wasn't getting draws. It was popping. That was
Really?
her paw prints on the thigh was popping.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now, in retrospect, horrible.
Horrible. What were you doing?
I know.
Hey, Kitty, do you want to get really serious and look at this camera and do a PSA telling girls that they should not mess up their tits with tattoos?
Which camera should I
Look
at?
right here and just say, "This is
PSA.
Kitty." Yeah, and be very serious about it though. I'll stand next to you.
I can't with him.
This is a public service announcement, PSA for all women out there into tattoos and the tattoo culture. This is Kid Ink here, and I just want to say I think in 2015 and beyond that the titty tats should be eliminated from the tattoo culture. You guys are messing up a great thing. You know, who would want their baby to hold those
What?
and drink from those titty tats? Who knows what kind of bad things are going through that ink? I don't know how else I can explain it without shedding a tear.
Wrap it up now.
Kidding,
ladies and
I
gentlemen,
can't
give it
deal
up.
with you guys.
Yo, Titty Tat PSA is amazing.
Thank you. Man, it had to be done.
Let's get the new single on now. Hotel.
Hotel with Chris Brown.
Hotel.
Wait, what happens in the hotel? You got a girlfriend. Your girlfriend is in the hotel.
Well, this is the thing about this record. This record is kind of, being with your girlfriend, and I think this is a situation that people go through where you be in the club or be anywhere, be out in just a social environment and be with your chick. And I think, in this new day and age, some of these females, will stare at you and your chick at the same time and be very interested in you guys together as a couple.
Whoa.
Not really, singled out as a person. And it's kind of confusing sometimes to males and maybe the females too at the same time. I don't know if the females have
There's no confusion
a
here.
certain,
The girl wants
thought.
to fuck you and your girlfriend.
Right, but
What's the confusion?
How do you handle that though? Is kind of
right. That's the theme of the song is trying to figure out how to handle that. And if she's but it's hard too because there's
Has
some
this
girls who
happened
only
to you?
How do you
there's
handle
some
it?
girls who only like girls and they'll like I know girls who like my girlfriend or I'll go to the strip club and the girls will only dance on her and I'm like
That's
this
clean.
is-
That's
this is-
clean.
right? But they'll really like her and then to where you have to in the song I'm kind of like. You guys looking over, you looking at me, you looking at her, you looking at us, it's kind of a question, in the
Ebro,
hotel
stop looking at it so
situation.
literally and let the song be the song,
You know
okay?
what I mean?
You're trying to get an
Listen,
answer.
take us to the
No,
hotel.
I just wanted to know if him and his girls out here bagging joints. That's really all I wanted to know.
That's not what the song is about.
You're going.
You
You're doing
didn't
too
want
much.
That was the
answer.
answer we
You're
needed.
doing too much.
All right.
Give it up for Kid Ink.
Yo, album in stores, full speed, right? February 3rd?
Full speed, February 3rd.
Yo, he's gonna
in
be back when the album
stores.
drops.
I'm
He
gonna
has
be
to
here
be.
on February 2nd,
Yes.
12 midnight to wake up.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I already know.
Kid Ink, man. Thank you.
While I'm with my girlfriend, why you over there looking at me? My girlfriend, let's take it to the hotel.
We could take it there.
Let's take it to the hotel.
Baby, we could take it there.
Take it to the hotel. Baby, leave with me. Know I got a penthouse suite.
I said,
Why you over there looking at me? While I'm with my girlfriend. It's kinda hard when I see you looking over here with them eyes. I got a girl, but I'm feeling your body, so I'ma have to just play both sides. I hope she don't come over here, cause I'm with my girl, I love her. I got two of my bitches in the club, and they know about each other. Oh no.
but a nigga never paranoid. You fucking with a man like a little boy. What? I can barely hear your little voice in the club, but your body making all the noise. Clap it up.